I still check here every once in a while, thinking that they'll bring orientation challenges back. They obviously won't, but you know. We can dream. What the fuck did I just do?
Game on.
I just took a foot. Okay, whatever. I don't know if that's a common thing, but whatever. There we go. Anyways, yeah, orientation challenges, if anyone remembers those, any early 2020 players here, well, they were out long before early 2020, but you know, like, I mean, you know, that was just, I think that's when they were removed, was sometime around that. I don't remember exactly when, but I still curse Rec Room for doing it. Because orientation, voice crack, orientation challenges were kind of like this, like perfect middle ground between, like, difficult and, like, not difficult for beginners, right? Like, if you were an experienced record player, you could complete all of them, like, lickety-split. You could speedrun that shit, right?
Remain seated, please.
But, like, for new players, it'd take you a while. I mean, once you completed all of them, you'd have, like, a few hundred tokens, and you'd be, like, level 20, which was 10 levels behind the max at the time, which was level 30, you know? So, arguably, it was the greatest thing in the challenges section. I think they updated it, like, oh, every once in a while, and they'd add, like, a few more challenges every time, and it'd get, like, progressively harder. I think when I started playing in early or late 2019, that was when they kind of, like, removed it. Or that was, like, the last, like, batch of orientation challenges. There we go. There we go. Nice. Oh, I already have one on my back. Alright, that's not a problem. Yeah, but then, you know, they removed orientation challenges, and now we have beginners challenges or whatever, and those are just... Those are AIDS, and Rec Room knows it. Orientation challenges was getting you accustomed to what people would actually be playing as they progress throughout playing Rec Room. Like, no one needs a fucking tutorial or a fucking reward for taking a photo. And hell, even new players know that that stuff is just plain tedious, right? Orientation challenges were fun. Like, even if you weren't, like, even if you didn't have fun playing Golden Trophy, you could still admit that, like, the challenge of just beating it and getting, like, 100 tokens for doing it was really fun. Because sometimes it isn't about the friends you made along the way, it's about the treasure. And there's nothing wrong with that mentality. Right? And orientation challenges are what led, I mean, most people I know, it led me and one of my buddies into really playing the stuff that we really, like, enjoyed. This is a bit scuffed, but you know what? We'll just... That works. But yeah. I mean, like, I found Jumbotron, which is arguably what kept me playing for about half a year. I'd say half a year, yeah. Like, it kept me playing for a while. Right? And the thing was, I had fun completing the challenges, even if I didn't like dodgeball, I still loved doing the challenge. Because it was like there was a bounty, you know? There we go. There was a fun aspect to it. Beginner's challenges are kind of just like, well, you know, take this photo, go visit Inc., which is a room I don't think anyone has ever and will ever visit outside of the beginner's challenges, right? Should be right. Yep. I don't know. I feel like beginner's challenges have not made up for orientation challenges. And unless Rec Room just brings back orientation challenges, then I don't really think there'll ever be anything to make up for it. Right? Like, Rec Room has really turned Rec Room into a you know, a simpler game, right? The beginner's challenges, are they difficult? No. Orientation challenges, were they difficult for, like, the most part, even as the, challenges were updated and they progressed? Yeah, absolutely they got harder, right? But it's just, here, it's kind of like bare bones, you know? You're just kind of like doing the most simple shit that, like, once you complete it, you don't feel like you did much. You got a set that I have not seen anyone wear. Like, not even like level 10s that don't have jack shit. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. This... Once again, I'm trying to talk while playing a video game, and honestly, I'm not doing as bad as I thought I'd do. With the game part. The talking part is... it's a little right? However, I like this type of stuff better. I get that a lot of people don't like hearing their own voice. I love hearing my own voice. Which is a bit rare, right? That's not to say I have a good voice, it's just to say I'm not, like, disappointed in it. Woohoo, I guess. But, you know. Try to find a topic to talk about. I should, like, what can I talk about? Like, speedrunning tips, I guess. I don't really have that many, though. Literally, it's just, like, play glitchless, that's it. Do glitchless solos. Like, I don't do any percents a lot. I only did the most any percents I've ever done is like 2 any percents in a day, right? That's the most I've ever done. Because I just do not enjoy any percent, and it's also just a terrible way of getting good. Because a lot of people think that skips require practice. They don't require practice. They require memorization, right? If you can remember the right spot to go to, you're fine, right? Like, no matter how much I memorize enemy spawns or the probabilities of what's going to spawn where what's going to spawn... Yeah. Okay. I still have to, like, utilize skill, adapt to the situation. What if, like... I slip up? What if an enemy gets away? What if, like, it spawns on this side of the map, which is the worst place it's gonna spawn at, right? Like, that's where... Ooh, nice. But yeah, you know, just don't practice skips. They don't require practice. Take it from the guy who only practiced inverted ballroom skip like 3 times and then just has nailed it almost every time since. Right? I think I've failed inverted ballroom skip like twice. In like a duo run. And I wasn't in the center of my play area. And that is the hardest skip, I'll tell you what. Like, once you get skips down the first time, you'll get them down the 20th time. You know, maybe that's different for other people. But that's... I feel like practicing skips is just an inefficient way of getting good. I mean, because what do you do in something like Gallery if you can't use the whip very well, but you can take guard and skip, like, at light speed? You know, you're gonna fuck up in Gallery, you're gonna lose, like, 10 seconds, and it doesn't matter how fast you take guard and skip from there. Because you're pretty much fucked. Right? It's all like, no one says, like, practice routing, right? Because the routing, that's something you remember, you know? But the skill you have to use during the routing, that's something. I don't know, was that motivational enough for people to stop fucking running any percent? just, if you want to get good, refrain from doing any percent runs. Like, do it entirely glitchless. Do the dog level, like, don't glitch into whips. Literally, just, that's it. I guess you can take dog skip, because really, you don't really need to use the whip on the dog level. I mean, do you? Like, at one part, and it's not even, like, that influential. So, like, taking dog skip ain't a problem. But, like, any other skips, double whip, that's where you kind of get a problem. Right? I mean, for a while, Brackets was kicking my ass because I was just focused on any percent while he was focused on both running glitchless and any percent. And then I focused only on glitchless. And that's kind of how everything happened the way it did. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? What is that bullshit? Just ran into the axe that was going the other direction. But you know what? That's fair. That's not fair. That's fine. Alright, triggers, don't break on me now. Please. Please just don't break. I mean, a second blunderbuss would also be nice, but I just prefer my triggers don't break. Oh! Let's go.
Think you wouldn't make it with all those.
All right, now nothing break. I think that's a fair. I think that's a fair one.
Enough. How about you?
Would you say? Oh, it's a new PB. Let's hope. Ah, okay. Public speaking, don't fail me now. Ah! What the fuck? That's 1 second better. Why? What the fuck is my life? I fell on the spike. I could have gotten like 3 seconds better. Well, I'll just save it and
Ready to
I'll
start.
do something with it.